You're ready to take the leap and start your very own 360 and selfie booth business. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more tips, tutorials, and inside advice from #1 premier 360 photos. We're here to help you succeed every step of the way. Getting started, the first thing that you're going to want to do if you're doing a 360 and or selfie booth is to get the 360 and the selfie booth. So that's what we're going to do here. Now, you can get it from several different places, whether it's Alibaba, Amazon, Temu, and Temu has actually some really good ones. You can go with public wholesalers. It's an endless arena of where you can get your 360 machine from, okay? Now, there are some things that you should take into account when you are selecting what is going to be the best 360 for you. Now, there are different sizes. There's 360s that are good for one person, which was like the first one that I actually got. I won it off of something called MacBid that we have here in the state that I live in. And I was like really super excited to get this. I was like, finally I'm gonna get my 360. I can bid on it, and get it for, half the fraction of the price, the original price. And I won the bid, got it, and found out it was only good for one person. So what was I going to do with that? I mean, when we have small children's birthday parties, we'll bring that out. But it's not holding, I couldn't never take it to a wedding or anything such as that. It's just not big enough. So you really need to take into account, what is the event, how many people are going to be there, and use that to gauge what type of 360. For us, we have a standard is between 4 and 5 people at the most on there. And that seems to be pretty, that seems to be kind of like the average. There are different types. You can go all the way up to, if you get the overhead one, you can get up to, I think that fits up to 7 to 15 people, which is great for if you're doing a bridal shower and you want to do the shoots for that. That's wonderful, because you can get a large group of people, or if you're doing a corporate event, wonderful. But if you're just doing regular, birthday parties and whatnot, anywhere between 4 and 5, that's a good average to get. All right. So take that into consideration. Who am I going to be mostly serving? And what is their, how many people would I expect with that? And that should gauge when, how much you should spend or how big your 360 should be. And also keep in mind, these 360s are heavy. Okay. So you've got to lug that thing around. Now, they do have carrying cases, which we'll see here, which is good. And get a case. The first one that I had did not have a case, albeit it's very light, but get a case. Okay. The cases have wheels on it. So that's going to help, but you still have to lift it in and out of trucks. If there are steps, you're going to have to lug that up the steps. And we're talking about maybe 60 pounds for the 4 to 5. The bigger ones they get heavier. So you have to be able to lug that around, or at least have a device such as a dolly or something in order to do that. So also keep that into mind too. If you're a one person business, you may not want to start off getting, 115 centimeter ones. That may not be what you want to do. All right. So keep that in mind. Now, the selfie booths, they're great. Okay. You have to decide when it comes to making that decision on which one. Do you have an iPad or do you have an Android? There are certain selfie booths that are just designed for the iPad. That's what we have. I love it. It works great. People just can go up, they can select whatever they want. They really don't even need any assistance. That's also the software too. But the iPad ones seem to be great. But if you don't have an iPad, what are you going to do? You can use the DSLR cameras, GoPros. So you have to look at what do you have that's going to work with the selfie booth when you're getting your selfie booth. And they come in a variety of prices. What's your budget? That also, is going to determine. And you find them the same way that you would find your 360 booths. In fact, most of the times that, like if you go onto Amazon or whatnot, they'll just bulk them all in, as that photo booth experience. So You can look on Amazon, Temu, AliExpress, Alibaba, places like that are private wholesalers still. The next thing that you want to consider when you're starting your 360 photo experience business is to get good lighting. Lighting is key. It can make or break your videos. There's nothing worse than watching a video and there's an overcast. You can't see the people's faces. It's just dreary. Lighting is key. So getting good lights. Something that you can start off by doing is getting a really good light where the phone is. So it's bright, it's shining on the people's faces. Also, you want to make sure that it has a good harness to fit your phone, because you're figuring it's on an arm. You don't want your light or your phone to be wobbling and for fear that it's going to fly off. So make sure that it's good. This light here is a great light. I have it. A lot of other people who have businesses have, they are the ones that promoted it. It works great, does wonders. The videos come out looking nice, clear and crisp. It has a different setting, so you can have a warm light, a cool light. I put it on the fullest cool light that I can possibly get. It makes the photos look wonderful. Okay, so it's very key. You also want to get good lighting around the 360. You have to remember it's going around in a circle. So you want to make sure that all angles have great lighting. You don't want to start off having great lighting in the front, but as soon as the arm goes around to the back, you can't see. You want to make sure that you have good lights that goes all around, okay? That's important. So there are different styles of lights. You want to make sure that it gives you a cool light, because that cool light is very bright. Okay, it is extremely bright. It's going to make your videos look wonderful. So make sure when you're looking at what type of lightings, at least make sure that it has a couple of different functions, lighting settings on there for you. Even there's some lighting that where, if you really want to get fancy, you can get the different color ones. That works fine as well. But make sure that you have great lights. That is very important. It's very key. The next important thing is to get power banks. You're going to need to power everything from your iPhones, iPads, your 360, your selfie booths. You're going to need power banks, and multiple ones also. Imagine if you're doing a 4-hour event, your phone, which is going to be used the entire time, it's losing its battery life. So you don't want to be in the middle of an event and you lose power to your cell phone. Right? So get the portable power banks, get the if your arm doesn't have a holder, you can get a holder for your banks, separate as well. You're going to want that if you want to go and do a wireless 360 booth so that people aren't walking over cords. Because imagine if you're at a wedding and people are drinking, or a birthday party and people are drinking, that's more of a liability. The chances of somebody slipping and tripping and falling, those odds go up greater. So you want to minimize as much risk as possible. And one way to do that is by getting a power bank that now allows your 360 to be wireless. So think about investing in that as soon as possible, and try to get more than one, because if you're using, if you're using these devices for 4 to 6 hours, you want to make sure there's enough power in order to do that. So get 2 power banks if need be, 4 if you have to, but make sure, that's something that you keep in mind. You always need to have your devices powered up, because without power, they're useless. You're going to want to get props. Props help to make the party fun. People enjoy it. They love it. People like to, it's like they see the props and they become instant kids. They want to put on the funny hats. They want to have the cute, saxophone playing. They get up on the 360 and they're like kids. It's a fun party, and props help to make that party experience fun. Even, you get the little lights that you crack open, and they're and they can light the glow sticks. People love the glow sticks. balloon or the bubble maker machines, they love that. Okay, they're in their pictures with the bubble makers, the money guns. Oh my goodness. I mean, it's a chance to be a kid and to have that captured with the experience of the 360, with the experience of the selfie booth. It's tons of fun. So you want to make sure that you have lots of props available for your guest, and they'll love it. And it'll make you look great. You know, as a provider, it's going to make you look great. So make sure that you invest in some good props. Something else that you're going to need is a table. That way you can have something where you can set your props, your any promotional material that you might have, business cards, flyers, buttons, whatever. If you can, get a tablecloth that has your logo, your name on it, so that people know who you are. And that also helps just with the networking and getting your business in people's mind. You're also going to want to get stanchions. Stanchions have two purposes. One, they look great. It helps to create a nice effect with your 360, but it also helps to prevent people from walking into the arm of the 360. It's really important that you want to put up some type of a barrier to protect the guests, because it is an arm that is moving, and if they get hit, it can be dangerous. So you don't want that to happen. So the stanchions help to create a barrier where it lets guests know, hey, don't come past this any further. Red carpets are also a great plus to have. It looks really good when you have your whole setup complete. You have your stanchions, you have your backdrop, you have your lighting, you have your 360, and then you have this red carpet. Kind of makes people feel like it's a VIP. You know, it's a good added plus to have. Backdrops are also good to have. You can get custom backdrops if the client requests that, or you can get generic ones. You can get backdrops that have your logos on it so that people know who you are and what attraction that you have. So backdrops, it helps to make the overall picture look good, or the video look good. So if you can, get some backdrops. Also look into investing in the LED inflatable booths for the 360s and for the selfie. They offer some type of seclusion. It's more intimate. It also helps to keep you from having to buy backdrops if you don't want to. You can get them customized with your logos. It's just a really nice experience. Some of them have the LED lights that are inside, so it gives a crazy effect on the videos. Really nice. If you want to do like the smoke machine, you can do that in that enclosure area. So look into investing into that as well. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you never miss our latest tips and tutorials. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.